Immanuel Quickley is having one of his best seasons in his young career. He is easily one of the Knicks' best players on the team. And yes, that's paired with Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett. You can throw Immanuel Quickley in that mix. That's how great he's been playing for this team. Now, he's averaging a career high in 15.7 points per game, almost 16 points per game. And this is all while coming off the bench for the New York Knicks. Now, Immanuel Quickley comes off the bench for this team, but, we've seen in games this year where he comes in and then is staggered with RJ Barrett. He plays with the starters a lot. He plays with a Jalen Brunson. He plays with a Julius Randle. And the offense is just clicking. In fact, Brunson, Quickley, Barrett, Randle, Robinson, this lineup has played 14 possessions together. In that time frame, the Knicks' point differential was plus 85.7. The efficiency field goal percentage is 78.1%. The points per possessions are 185.7. Now, like I said, this is a small sample size, but Tom Thibodeau, please get this lineup on the court more, because clearly, offensively, it is a problem. Teams can't stop this lineup. Now, right now, the New York Knicks are starting Quentin Grimes. And in my opinion, they're only starting Quentin Grimes due to his defense, because the offensive side of the ball just hasn't been there for Quentin Grimes. I thought that he was going to have this great young season. But when you have guys like a Dante DiVincenzo and Immanuel Quickley coming in off the bench and outperforming you night in, night out, it's time for Tom Thibodeau to possibly shake things up, in my opinion. Should Immanuel Quickley just be parked on the bench? Should Immanuel Quickley's talent just be limited to under 30 minutes a game, 20 to 25 minutes a game? Now, does he have his limitations? Yes. Is he undersized? Yes. But like I just stated, the lineup with Brunson, Quickley, Barrett, Randle, and Robinson is awesome on the offensive side of the floor. Defensively, look, the way the NBA is going now, you look at the Indiana Pacers, they don't play a lick of defense. Now, is defense important in today's game? Yes, of course. Defense wins championships, as the famous quote says. But, we cannot argue these great offensive numbers in terms of Immanuel Quickley paired with a Jalen Brunson. Now, the crazy thing is about Immanuel Quickley is when you take a deep dive into his numbers, there is actually still room for improvement. His shots at the rim, he's only shooting 59% at the rim. Mid-range jump shots, 49% for Immanuel Quickley. Corner three, 17%. For Immanuel Quickley. His three-point percentage this year is at 35%, and he's still putting up a career high in 16 points per game. Like I said, behind these numbers, there's still more to unlock with Immanuel Quickley. And the crazy thing is his minutes per game is actually down from last year. He averaged 28 minutes last year. This season, he's averaging 24 minutes per game. I would like to see that number climb up to 28, 29, 30 minutes per game, because as I stated earlier, you cannot just simply keep Immanuel Quickley out of the game for long periods of time. Prime example versus Miami Heat, the Knicks were shot. The game was simply over. The Heat were on fire. The Knicks had no life in them whatsoever. Insert Immanuel Quickley into the third quarter, and what happened from then? As we all know, the Knicks made a great comeback, and that's not just Immanuel Quickley. That was Jalen Brunson. RJ Barrett hit a big clutch shot to end the game, but it all started with Immanuel Quickley. He's actually had multiple games like that this season. The game in Washington where he had his mom sitting courtside when Immanuel Quickley was simply going off. 27 points for Immanuel Quickley, 3 of 7 from 3, 4 or 5 from the free throw line. Speaking of free throws, he is the Knicks' best free throw percent shooter on the team with 86% from the line. Just wanted to give him a quick shout out on that front. But yeah, you had that game versus Washington. Just to call out the game in Atlanta where he dropped 20 points. We all know the game last year where he had pretty much had a coming out party. The game versus Charlotte this year, 17 points. The game versus the Spurs, 19 points. And mind you, this is all while playing less than 30 minutes. When Immanuel Quickley pretty much willed the Knicks to a victory versus the Miami Heat, he only played 26 minutes. So he's doing this in a short amount of time. His efficiency simply has been incredible. But like I said earlier, there's still room to improve for IQ. So the biggest question is, should the New York Knicks consider moving Immanuel Quickley into the starting lineup? Now, IQ coming in off the bench, I love it. It provides that spark. It provides us a much needed spark if the starters don't have it going. You insert Immanuel Quickley, 8 times out of 10, he's providing that spark you need coming in off the bench with a Josh Hart, with a Dante DiVincenzo. Should you just leave that spark off the bench, or should you insert it in to the starting lineup with a Jalen Brunson, who they've shown can play well together. And it hasn't looked that terrible on defense to justify keeping Immanuel Quickley on the bench. It's a tough call, honestly, considering he's had success on the bench. He's had success in the starting lineup. I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Should Immanuel Quickley stay on the bench, or should he be inserted into the starting lineup? In a recent post-game interview after the game versus the Miami Heat, Immanuel Quickley credited Jalen Brunson for pretty much mentoring him and helping him evolve as a player.
That's my guy. We've been working out together these past couple of weeks, just encouraging each other to keep working, keep going. So, you know, I appreciate him. He's like a big brother. He teaches me the ropes and stuff like that. But just the fight of this team is great. We can't be satisfied. We got to continue to try to scratch our wins. So this is a big one.
What's been made clear is the New York Knicks not just have one, but 2 point guards on this team that can ball the hell out. Something we haven't had in many, many years. But yeah, guys, Immanuel Quickley, every single year, this guy, during the summer, he's in the gym, he's working out, he's going hard. You see him improving his craft, improving his defense. Last year was a huge step forward in terms of his defense. This year, he's been solid in that front as well. But in my opinion, the Knicks have a situation on their hands, because do you leave this guy on the bench? Do you leave the spark on the bench, or do you insert this spark into the starting lineup? Because right now, what we're getting from Quentin Grimes, in my opinion, just is not cutting it. So would it be a Dante DiVincenzo? Would it be Immanuel Quickley? I mean, I don't know. You get the size with Quentin Grimes. I get it on the defensive end. When you're facing these bigger teams on defense, it's going to be an issue if Immanuel Quickley is guarding that player, or if a Dante DiVincenzo is guarding that player. I understand that aspect, but the offense is just night and day when you pair Immanuel Quickley with Jalen Brunson, with Julius Randle, and even Dante DiVincenzo. The offense just looks better, just flows better. So you want that. You want to start the games really, really well, right? You want to start the game with great offensive flow. The ball moves, the ball doesn't stick, and we're getting that with IQ. So it's a tough call. I mean, it really is a tough call, but, you know, I just wanted to come on here and give Immanuel Quickley his props, because this year is looking like a breakout year for the young guard. And clearly the New York Knicks did not pay him this past summer. So Immanuel Quickley will be a restricted free agent this coming summer. The New York Knicks can match any deal. So if a team like the Spurs are throwing 120 million at Immanuel Quickley, the Knicks could match that, or they will not match that. But hey, look, they didn't pay him. They made the decision. Now Immanuel Quickley is pretty much saying, look, I'm going to show you why I'm worth this money, and you can either regret it, or you can give me what I want at the end of this season. But hey, that's a conversation for this summer. Right now, we're focused on this season, and right now the New York Knicks are rolling. We look good. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that Jalen Brunson is simply balling out, and Immanuel Quickley is simply incredible, coming in off the bench, just being efficient night in and night out. But yeah, that's the wrap on this video. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. As always, it is Let's Go Knicks. Smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Appreciate every single one of you. Until next time, peace.